Good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to our 117th Middle School Prize Day ceremony. Headmaster McHenry, board members, faculty, parents, friends, and most importantly, middle school boys. Thank you for being present with us this afternoon to celebrate the culmination of an amazing school year. I would like to take a moment to recognize the Board of Governors and members of the leadership team who have kindly joined us on this special occasion and who are seated on the dais. Perhaps everyone can give a wave when I call your name. Headmaster Kevin McHenry, Mr. Michael Sifton, class of 79, chairman of the board and past parent, Mr. Jim McLaughlin, class of 66, member of the Board of Governors and past parent, Mr. John Dunlap, class of 88, member of the Board of Governors and current parent, assistant headmasters, Mr. Courtney Shrimpton, Mr. Michael Palick, current parent, and Mr. Greg Reed, current and past parent, Mr. David Galida, Director of Residential Life and past parent, Mr. Scott Hayter, Executive Director of Advancement, Mr. Paul Bedard, Director of Athletics and class of 79, Mr. Jamie Ingalls, Andrian Traditions Coordinator in class of 91, Mr. David Manning, Assistant Director of Athletics, and Reverend Bruce Roffey. And here we are, June 16th, Middle School Prize Day. How did that happen? I recall our very first day, Thursday, September the 10th. Your smiles were huge, your eyes bright-eyed, your hair clean cut, your blazers and trousers in check, not blouses, were in perfect condition. And boys, you guys looked really great too. But as the months came and went and you experienced all of the extraordinary events that beautifully set SAC apart from every other school, Beyond the Gates, Homecoming, Community Giving Project, Cross-Country Run, French Exchange, Remembrance Day and our fallen Andrians, Bullying Awareness Week, Holiday Hero, an Andrian Christmas, McPherson Hockey Tournament, Visual Arts Day, Winter Activity Day, St. Andrew's Festival of the Arts, Earth Week, Focus, Church Parade, Headmasters Parade, Cadet Inspection, Spring Smash, and the End of Year Celebration Days. After all of this, your smiles are still huge, your eyes more bright-eyed, and your hair in uniform, well, that's another story. As many of you have experienced, it is difficult to explain St. Andrew's College to those beyond the gates. This place that encapsulates so much. The way the boys sluggishly enter Rogers Hall and slowly come to life by first period. The way they body check into the lockers between classes. The way they ask questions and look for answers. The way they adjust to living in McDonald House from home and become young men. The way they use their creativity and amaze us in the art studio. The way they tackle on the field, run wild, and then ask to see the nurse. Do they truly understand the unique traits of boys, their tough exterior and sensitive core? Probably not, but we do, and this is why you have entrusted your sons to us. I truly believe that there is no place as animated, vibrant, and energetic as the corridors of Rogers Hall. And if you'd like to see it to believe it, I challenge you to come by at 10:10 any day during the school week. Traditionally, Prize Day has been a day to celebrate success, recognition for outstanding grades, excellence in learning skills, honor for fulfilling the school's mission, an opportunity to salute our boys with a way to go, and good luck as they proceed to the next level. And while I'm a firm believer in celebrating success, applause, pats on the back, hugs, feel-good words, happy emoticons, or triumphant bitmojis, heck, even perhaps a gift or two, I don't believe that we can truly celebrate success without recognizing and celebrating failure. The term failure has been occupying the EduCircle headlines of late, a hot trend if you will. However, failure has always existed. The difference lies in that we can now openly talk about how important it is to fail before we can succeed. How important it is to feel consumed with disappointment. How important it is to know just when and how to jump back in. We have been witness to those in the public eye for decades who did not make their mark at first try or second, and in some instances, after years and years of relentless, gut-wrenching, heartbreaking tries. Walt Disney, fired, lack of imagination. J.K. Rowling, unsuccessful writer, a single mom living on welfare. Vincent van Gogh, unartistic, sold only one painting before he died. Harrison Ford, amateur, told he would never succeed in the movie business. Oprah Winfrey, fired, too emotionally invested in her stories. Bill Gates, loser, dropped out of Harvard to fail his first tech business. Albert Einstein, illiterate, did not speak until he was 4 and read until he was 7. The Beatles, rejected, they did not like their sound. Babe Ruth, 714 home runs and 1,330 strikeouts. As images come to mind when we review the list of those whom we have come to admire, those who have produced numerous failures in a variety of industries, my hope is that one thought emerges. Without the disapproval, criticism, feedback, dissatisfaction, and defeat that each of these individuals faced, success as they know it today would not have been possible. In fact, many would suggest that their accomplishments surfaced as a result of failing first. In a middle school context, how does this compare? The 21st pick for 20 spots in the band, 10 points shy of earning a learning skills tie. The team you almost made. The team you didn't almost make. 77% when all of the others are above 85. Little to no overall improvement. Now fast forward with a ton of sweat on the brow. The 17th pick for 20 spots in the band. 4 points above the requirement, an earned learning skills tie. The team you made. 85% or greater in all of your courses. A significant overall improvement. And that's my favorite award, by the way. These will all be honored, celebrated, because you persevered, you demonstrated resiliency, you showed grit, you were determined, and you have an unfaltering attitude to keep climbing to the top. Hard work, academic excellence, solid leadership, successes that many of you have encountered. Congratulations. And for those who pushed through the barriers, were blinded temporarily, and had to work harder than the time before, for you, the triumph is sweeter, the celebration grander. And to those still working, it's okay. You will get there, you will reach your potential, and you will be amazing. In light of the recent passing of a significant individual, one that was not only known worldwide in the world of sport, but was highly regarded as a humanitarian and global citizen, Muhammad Ali, proclaimed to the world the necessity that failure plays in every person's pursuit to success. As the greatest boxer of all time once said, "Only a man who knows what it is like to be defeated can reach down to the bottom of his soul and come up with the extra ounce of power it takes to win when the match is even." The spectrum of failure to success is long for some. And for some of you, you have yet to grasp the feeling of immense pride that comes with tackling a goal from the bottom up. My message to you, continue to trudge upward. Never lose sight of the direction in which you are headed. And if you're not sure where the compass is leading, go with what feels right, but don't ever quit working hard. For others who may have traveled further up the scale in a shorter period of time, don't rest on your laurels. Don't become complacent. Always be ready to spring forward. Keep it fresh. Maintain that burning desire to achieve greatness in your own personal capacity. And to those of you who believe that you've accomplished full success, I have news for you. Success does not come to an end, and neither does failure. You will always be presented with challenges in your life, professionally or personally. And it is not whether you fulfill the goal that matters most, it is how you manage the victory or the defeat. And as President Obama so eloquently noted in a recent reflection on the legend Ali, the man who believes that real success comes when we rise after we fall. As each of you prepares for the next step in your journey, be mindful of how you will face failure. More importantly, how you will rise after your fall. The middle school journey is such a unique one. I truly feel blessed to be able to work with these boys each and every day. Their laughter, spontaneity, ability to forgive, quick wit, friendship, quirkiness, awkward conversations, eyeball rolling for fear of making eye contact. I love it all. I could pull up a number of stories that have taken place throughout the course of the year, but it is so much more effectively captured in pictures. What has become known over the years as the D'Angelo trademark are my camera happy moments. As a cap to this year, I have saved some of my favorite middle school photos, true idiosyncrasies of middle school boys, all captured spur of the moment. And I can't take full credit because the faculty have become so awesome at sending me pictures when they're at recess or they're about things that they think would be really funny for this moment. Portraying your son as the playful, compassionate, energetic, and impulsive boy that he is. So I'm going to turn your attention to the screens. I couldn't resist but show this first. This is our very first grade 5 class. So that shot was taken, boys, that's you. September 2012. Aren't they cute? Helping out a brother. Lots of helping goes on. Size 10. Everybody knew. So if you tilt your head, they were writing on the paper upside down, but I guess they didn't seem to mind. It's pretty normal in a boy's world. He had paper. That was a good thing. Inside out again. So this was funny. This is right outside my office. This is in the foyer of Rogers Hall. This was taking place probably during a 10-minute break. And there's a series of 4 photos that follows this one. All of them pretty similar. They didn't know I was taking photos of them. But they were challenging each other to see if they could lift off the ground. He's got his feet up there. They don't need to lift they just touch the ground. The big grade 6 boys. That's a fairly common scene during break, in between classes, hanging out. He doesn't get that from me. I thought this was interesting. So Trevor and I have the distinct pleasure of doing supervision in the dining hall at lunch. And it's very interesting what the boys eat. We actually have lots of conversations about it. And this one was just weird. It was a little bit of everything, and he was eating the apple in between bites of the sandwich. And he didn't really have a full sandwich, but he sort of used it as a fajita type. And there's pickles on there, a little bit of egg, tomato, some really good food photos. That was during recess. We're not sure if he was suntanning or napping. He was trying to catch some rays. That was during a fire drill in the middle of winter. These boys were keeping each other warm, so there's a good brotherhood shot. You remember this day, Trevor? Mm-hmm. How many hockey bags can we fit in one van? We were stranded at an arena. The bus forgot to pick us up, and we were left with 1 taxi van and 6 hockey bags, one of them which was a goalie. But Dada Sermon got it all in. Well done, Sermon. This was interesting. This is at the end of lunch. There was a pair of pants. And I thought, well, what was he wearing when he came in? That's unusual to see. Mexicans can be cold, even inside. This was another interesting one. Lots of Parmesan, a little bit of pasta, lots of banana chips. Brendan Dilworth's proud of that. Mom, that's mine. Was not at the Science Center. That's in class. White socks outside. Every mom's dream. This was an interesting moment. I was just happening to walk past these boys. They found a roll of masking tape, and so they just started rolling it around Tommy and his art smock. They thought it was funny to tape him up. Dada's sermon again, his friend on his lap. taking care of each other. This just happened actually the other day. Where's Ethan Richie? We'll go on the stream of last night's mocking Ethan. We took Ethan and some of his friends out for lunch, and all I wanted was a simple photo, but as you can see, I never got one. Ethan and I think that's Zach, and then wrestling with Jake, and then more wrestling, and then Carter just ends up totally on someone's shoulders. So we never got that easy photo, but entertaining nonetheless. And this was just the other day. Sir Daniel Baldessari was cleaning out his locker. He couldn't carry the bag, so heavy. Not sure what was in it, but apparently there were some Christmas gifts that were not handed out, some textbooks that he never used. And of course, my favorite, which sort of encapsulates everything, and that's brotherhood. So this was taken at Beyond the Gates, which is one of the boys' favorite early memories, and that's them helping each other over on a lesson. So that's some of our moments from this year. Well, it certainly has been another brilliant year at SAC. Not perfect, but brilliantly perfect in our own way. We've endured many happy moments, dancing into gatherings, fierce playing competitions, martial mass, serenade of the anthem and school hymn, joke wrestling in the hallway, healthy snacks in Mac House. But along with the happy moments have been sad ones, proud ones, and disappointing ones. We persevered together to make this year our very own, exactly as we do in our own families. There will never be another year exactly like this one, a year that encompasses 176 personalities from 33 countries, a grade 5 class that are creators of their own games, King Matthias and Roly Poly. And of course those games always involve tackling, and so it results in ice packs. Grade 6 students who are the masters of manhunt. Boys, you have put every member of this school into a moment of sheer panic as you run full speed ahead while looking behind you. Grade 7 students, you have made eating pizza a career. Grade 8 class who uses Chris Yee to fill in part of the school hymn. It's quit Yee, boys, it's quit Yee. Aside from all the little things, there will never be another year of boys who demonstrate their love for the school in exactly the same way that you have. Drink coffee, smile, welcome students, check email, engage the learner, drink coffee, send to the health center for stomachache, hush them in assembly, check email, teach amazing lesson, pull them apart while in headlock, question mid-arrival to class, drink coffee, diversify the curriculum and instructional strategies to meet the personal and individual needs of all students, teach them to resist drugs, alcohol, and tobacco, give career advice, academic counseling, mental health counseling, social media counseling, plan field trips, get them on the bus safely, get them off the bus safely, provide computer instruction, check ESB, drink more coffee, teach sex education, stop bullying, teach them to say sorry and mean it, instill an understanding of rights and freedoms, go to lunch, eat fast, all boys hover over shoulder. Recess duty, distribute balls, peel boy off net, collect balls, foster social acceptance, challenge racism, teach an appreciation of our cultural and religious differences, how to be a good sport, develop personal responsibility, and how to organize an agenda, check email. Provide bilingual education, how to be a smart user of technology, exercise healthy living, develop collaborative skills, how to tune an instrument, how to reason, and how to make wise choices. Teach them how to treat the planet not only for today, but for tomorrow. Go to Mars. It's so nice there. Be nice to others, show compassion, give more than receive, build patriotism, teach good hygiene, deodorant please, nurture curiosity, build self-esteem, encourage a good question, think critically, and be honest. And after all that, then they teach reading, writing, and math. We must recognize the central reason for your sons and boys for your happiness, the middle school faculty. The physical, intellectual, moral, spiritual, psychological, and social emotional development that pre-adolescent and adolescent boys face requires mental strength, physical strength, but mostly it requires strength of the heart. Faculty, you are the front runners, the ones who keep Rogers Hall well lit even once the doors have closed. Please join me in offering a heartfelt thanks to an enthusiastic, dedicated, and amazing middle school faculty. Parents, for a moment, imagine your home life. Your boys running in the front door from school, preparing dinner, organizing homework time, listening to the sound coming from his instrument while trying to determine exactly what it is that he's playing, a tummy ache, maybe a sore throat, bedroom floors that are unidentifiable, the moment you discover that he needs a shower, and in general, those loud, simply out-of-control moments when all of his friends are over and they're hungry. Now think of David Galida, Paul Tatera, Jeff LaForge, Kyle Fraser Shoemaker, and Matthew Galida, our McDonald House residential staff. I would like to give these amazing individuals a huge shout out for their tireless work that ensures the safety, happiness, and general well-being of our youngest daughters. And to my right-hand bestie, Ms. Brenda Bursting, your unconditional support, patience, and optimistic nature keep me in check. Thank you for being as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. And to Mr. B, thank you for your support in guiding our middle school boys to greatness. Your help is very much appreciated. Many of you have been fortunate to have been graced by Alexina Cameron's presence. SAC is a very special place to her, beyond what it means to most of us. Ms. Cameron's father, Michael Cameron, or Michelle Cameron, was a faculty member at the college from 1994 to 2002 and lived on campus with his family. Ms. Cameron spent much of her childhood playing on what we know as our campus. Ms. Cameron has been an invaluable addition to our middle school program. Her professionalism and care as an educator, advisor, coach, actor, and colleague will be greatly missed. Alexina, where are you? Alexina, we wish you all the best as you embark on a new professional journey at the Green School. We know this is not goodbye, but rather a see you soon. And on a personal note, we wish you all the best as you begin a new chapter with your soon-to-be husband, Alex. Please keep in touch with your SAC friends. Thanks, Alex. Thank you to Headmaster McHenry, the Board of Governors, and the entire leadership team for your ongoing support and guidance in my role as Director of Middle School. The trust that you place in me to lead the foundation of our school is the greatest compliment. Most importantly, thank you for always believing in a middle school program that meets the unique needs of adolescent girls. Thank you. Parents, your unwavering support this year, and for some throughout the years, has not gone unnoticed. It has been a true pleasure working with you, and for many, the middle school journey lives on. We look forward to seeing you in Rogers Hall, although we should give you a heads up that if your son is moving into the upper school, he would prefer to be dropped off on Willow Farm Lane. Have a wonderful, restful summer and enjoy your son's healthy boyness. As unstable as they may seem at times, they need us to see the promise in them. They need us to be excited about them as boys, so let's be. And last, but certainly not least, the class of 2020. It has been amazing observing your interactions, watching your development, seeing the transformation from boys to young men. I am so proud of everything that you have accomplished in your middle school journey, whether it was for 1 or for 4 years. You have provided our youngest Andrians with a positive example of what brotherhood and community mean to SAC. And as our oldest students, not to be confused with our most mature, but as our oldest students, you are supportive, empathetic, and you've set the bar very high for our incoming grades. I'm really going to miss you guys. A special goodbye to our first ever grade 5 boys. What an amazing opportunity I've been given to be part of your journey. We have every bit of confidence that you will be awesome as you begin your new chapter. After all, we've been preparing you for years. Remember to work hard, stay humble, and be kind. Be sure to drop in and say hello. #Lollipops. Thank you. Now we are going to begin the formal celebration of awards and prizes, and we're going to begin with grade 5. And I'm going to ask that Mrs. Claudia Rose Donahoe please come to the stage to present the awards for the grade 5 students. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status, which is an overall grade average of at least 80%, or the Academic Merit Award, which is an overall learning skills average of at least 80%. Today, receiving a bronze medal and receiving a scholar's pin for the first time, Rowan Benendijk. I'm actually going to ask that you hold your applause till the end so we can call the boys up and they can come stand together. Matthias DeMello, Jackson Ayatan, Ethan May, and Brendan Wright. Congratulations, boys. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status, which is an overall grade average of at least 80%, and the Academic Merit Award, an overall learning skills average of at least 80%. These boys will be receiving an honors medal for academic excellence over the entire school year. Students will receive a bronze honors medal, with the exception of the student with the highest combined learning skills and academic average, who will receive the gold honors medal, and the student with the second highest combined learning skills and academic average receiving the silver honors medal. Receiving a bronze medal and receiving a scholar's pin and merit tag for the first time, Austin McInnes and Nicholas Tasker. Boys, you guys can go. Receiving a bronze medal and receiving a scholar's pin for the first time, Evan He, Kevin Lee, Logan Mirambursky, Kian Poraga, Ethan Thomas, Dylan White. Standing in second place and receiving the silver honors medal and receiving their scholar's pin for the first time, Jack Cordingley. Standing in first place in the grade 5 class and receiving the gold honors medal and receiving their scholar's pin for the first time is Jack Liu. Jack Liu is back in China. We're going to go ahead with some of the grade 5 individual subject award prizes. So the French prize, the Language Arts Prize, the Mathematics Prize, and the Arts Prize, all of those go to Jack Liu. The Science Prize, Health and Physical Education Prize, those prizes are awarded to Jack accordingly. The Social Studies Prize is awarded to Kevin Lee. special award for every grade, and the Grade 5 award is named the Superstar Award. And this award is in recognition of the student in Grade 5 who exhibits the most conscientious work ethic and leadership development. This year, the Grade 5 Superstar Award goes to Jack accordingly. The Grade 6 Awards. I'm going to this time ask Whitney Elliott to please come to the front. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status, an overall grade average of at least 80%, or the Academic Merit Award, an overall learning skills average of at least 80%. Receiving a bronze medal and his pin for the first time, Udara Senadira. Receiving their bronze honors medals and previously received their meriti, Cameron Byers and Daniel Ey. And receiving a bronze medal and previously received a scholar's pin, Sebastian Kinsey. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. Receiving his bronze honors medal, academic merit tie, and his scholar's pin for the first time, Joseph Gentile. Receiving bronze honors medals and their scholar's pin for the first time, David Abramowitz, Callum Arnott, Nathaniel Bannister, Murray Boland, Bob Chen, Maxwell Cruikshanks, Daniel Hahn, Rowan Kimmins, Ethan Mitchell, Bruce Sun, and Spencer Thompson. Receiving bronze honors medals are Jack Beswick, Cole D'Angelo, David Gazzetti, Cade Hennessy, Grant Hoogers, Kyle Murphy, Matthew Olajaris, Anthony Simpson, and Thomas Sermon. They love being on the spotlight. Standing in second place and receiving the silver honors medal and his scholar's pin for the first time is Jonathan Shen. And standing in first place in the grade 6 class and receiving the gold honors medal is Henry Palick. Congratulations, boys. Well done. For the special academic prizes in terms of their specific discipline, the music prize, the social studies prize, and the mathematics prize all go to Daniel Hahn. The Language Arts Prize and the Core French Prize go to Jonathan Chen. The Visual Arts Prize and the Science Prize are awarded to Henry Palick. The Health and Physical Education Prize goes to Cade Hennessy. The Enriched French Prize goes to Matthew Olajaras. And the Improvement Prize, my favorite one, for the student who has made the greatest improvement in his learning skills average since June 2015. This year, the Grade 6 Improvement Prize goes to Aaron Mizrahi with an improvement of 16%. Congratulations, boys. The Special Grade 6 Prize, the Michael Hansen Award, is in recognition of the student in Grade 6 who exhibits the most conscientious work ethic and leadership development. This year, the Michael Hansen Award goes to Jonathan Shen. Come back. At this time, I would like to call up Mr. Adam Kowalchuk to present the Grade 7 awards. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status or the Academic Merit Award. Students receiving bronze honors medals are Christopher Childerhose, Matthias Jensch, Austin Lee, Charles McDonald, Lachlan McTagg, Trent Miner, and Abraham Tulay Yatani. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. Receiving his Bronze Honors Medal and his Academic Merit tie for the first time is Marshall Ma. Congratulations. Receiving Bronze Honors Medals: Jack Bray, Lucas DeMello, Alex Fan, Jason Garner, Donna Goharchi, Bant Gu, Tom Hugh, Roy Huang, Mateen Khan, Aiden Kirchmeyer. Others who are also receiving the Bronze Honors Medals: Hunter Colm, Aaron Lee, Connor Luciani, Gavin Lanau, Cordian Mazurkitz, Gordy McDonald, Marcus McGowan, Caden McHenry, Ren Motegi, and AJ Nichols. We got one more batch of these guys. The other grade 7 members receiving the Bronze Honors Medals are Hayden Simon, Matthew Situ, Duncan Smith, Zishan Tejpar, Warren Van Eden, Kieran Walters, Hao Wang, Ty White, Mason Wright, and Richard Wu. Congratulations. Standing in second place and receiving the Silver's Honors Medal in grade 7 is Jonathan Malamadov. And standing in first place in the grade 7 class and receiving the Gold Honors Medal is Jordan Trechkovsky. Boys, we're going to ask that you stay on stage because a number of you are receiving individual prizes as well. If your name is called, please step forward. The Visual Art Prize, the Health and Physical Education Prize, and the Enriched French Prize go to Caden McHenry. The Geography Prize, the Science Prize, and the History Prize go to Jordan Trechkovsky. Core French prize goes to Aaron Lee. The music prize goes to Jonathan Malamadov. The mathematics prize goes to Hao Wang. The Winnick Prize for English, awarded for proficiency in composition, grammar, spelling, and writing, is awarded to Roy Wang. And the Improvement Prize for the student who has made the greatest improvement in his grade average since 2015. This year goes to Jordan Trepskowski with an improvement of 10%. Well done, Jordan. You boys may be seated. The Grade 7 Award, to honor the Grade 7 student exhibiting the most distinguished combination of character, leadership, academic success, co-curricular engagement, and athletic accomplishment at St. Andrews College. This year, the Grade 7 Award goes to Caden McHenry. Moving on to the Grade 8 Awards. And this time I'd like to call upon Mrs. Robin O'Hare to present the Grade 8 Awards. The first awards are for students who have earned either scholar status or the Academic Merit Award. The following students have previously earned their Academic Merit tie or Scholar's Pin and have done so again. Receiving bronze honors medals are Daniel Baldessera, Joshua Baldassi, Carter Beswick, Zhang Sen, Christian Del Sandro, Pablo Gosen Karam, William Haddad Miguel, Brandon Kim, Santiago Weinberg Garcia, Kevin Zhang. Congratulations, boys. The next awards are for students who have earned both scholar status and the Academic Merit Award. Receiving his bronze honors medal and his scholar's pin for the first time, Antonio Contreras. And receiving the bronze honors medals, Connor Brockhart, Frankie Carogiello, Mike Chen, Matthew Deo, Brendan Dilworth, Santiago Elizondo Ordonez, Diego Gonzalez de Aragon Bustani, Diego Jimenez Nosti, Alexander Jones, Dorian Jones. Others who are also receiving their bronze honors medals and scholar's pin: Jack Kinchensky, Thomas Klopfer, Zachary Holm, Henry Lee, Huyen Lee, Alexei Lizin, Pablo Mateos de Pedro, Joshua Malamadov, Nolan Michael Berger, and Cole Nick. And our last group receiving the bronze honors medal: Brendan O'Brien, Tunde Ogunremi, Andrew O'Hare, Guan Chen Pan, Thomas Rayburn, Augustine Ramirez Iachua, Richard Wrong, Christopher Sedwin Bianchi, Dutch Smith, Daniel Svirsky, Aiden Walters, Sunny Wang, Andy Yang, Chris Yee, and Debbie Zadra. Congratulations, boys. You guys gotta squeeze in. Come on up, Daniel. Standing second in the grade 8 class and receiving the silver honors medal is Christopher Martin. Finally, standing first in the grade 8 class for the gold honors medal is Bryce Neal. Congratulations, boys, and you can see it. And now for the grade 8 school-specific or subject-specific prizes. The history prize, the geography prize, and the science prize are awarded to Bryce Neal. The Kilger Campbell English Prize, awarded for proficiency in composition, grammar, spelling, and writing, and the music prize go to Matthew Dale. and the grade 8 mathematics prize go to Santiago Elizondo Ordonez. The Health and Physical Education Prize goes to Thomas Clofer. The Enriched French Prize goes to Christopher Martin. The Visual Arts Prize goes to Agustin Ramirez Igartua. And the Grade 9 Mathematics Prize goes to Chris Yee. And finally, the Bruce B. King Memorial Improvement Prize for the student who has made the greatest improvement in his grade since June 2015. A loyal Andrian, Mr. King was a student at St. Andrews from 1911 to 1922. This year, the Improvement Prize, with an average of 12.6 percentage points, with an improvement 12.6 percentage points, the award goes to Henry Lee. Congratulations, boys. I would now like to call on the headmaster, Mr. Kevin McHenry, to present the headmaster honor roll. These students in grades 7 and 8 have achieved 85% or more in every subject. Students, as your name is called, please come to the front. Parents, please hold your applause until all the names have been called. The following boys are receiving their headmaster's tie for the first time. Mike Chen, Roy Huang, and Mateen Khan. The following boys have previously earned their headmaster's tie and have done so again. Matthew Deo, Alexander Jones, Christopher Martin, Caden McHenry, Jonathan Melamadov, Nolan Michaelberger, Bryce Neal, Daniel Svirsky, Jordan Trekowski, Aiden Walters, and Chris Yee. Congratulations, boys. Congratulations. You may be seated. At this time, I would like call on Mr. Trevor Biazzi to announce or congratulate the current middle school council and to present them with their crests. Members of our 2016-2017 middle school council are Jack Braid, Roy Duane, Marshall Ma, Marcus McGowan, Caden McHenry, Lachlan McTeague, Ty White, and Mason Wright. Congratulations. The trick will be a fake. Now hold on to those crests all summer long. Middle school council for next year. We're now moving on to special school prizes. I would like to call on Mr. Jamie McPherson to present the middle school reading prize. The middle school reading prize is awarded to students who have read the greatest number of books in the middle school reading program during the school year. This award is a collaborative initiative between the Towers Library and middle school academic program to promote and support literacy among our students and to encourage students to become lifelong readers. In grade 5, the middle school reading prize goes to Evan Key. In grade 6, the reading prize goes to Jason Kwan. In grade 7, the middle school reading prize goes to Lucas DeMello. And in grade 8, the middle school reading prize is awarded to Christopher Seguin Bianchi. Congratulations. Congratulations. I would like to now call out Reverend Bruce Roffey to present the Bilal Rajan Hands for Help Community Service Award. This award is presented to a grade 8 student who has devoted the most hours to noteworthy community service projects and activities. This year's award goes to a boy who has earned 147.75 community service hours, and that is Richard Vaughn. Congratulations, Richard. I would now like to call upon the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Sipton, to present the Chairman's Public Speaking Competition Award. This award goes to the student who is the winner of our annual middle school public speaking contest. And this year, the winner was Dorian Jones. Call upon Mr. Dave Kyle, grade 8 language arts teacher. Mr. Kyle will be presenting the middle school public speaking competition award that recognizes the winner of the grade 5-6 middle school public speaking competition. And this year, our award winner is Austin McInnes in grade 5. Mr. Jamie Ingalls to come forward to present the Thomas A. Hawking Trophy for middle school plan competition. The Thomas A. Hawking Trophy is presented to the middle school clan that has acquired the most clan points amongst its members. It was a fairly tight race all year. And this year's winner is not Bruce. But you are in second. You are in second place. Yes. And it's not Montrose. But you are in third place. So this year's winner is Wallace Clan. It's a big deal this year. I would now like to call on Mrs. Natalie McNair to present the Robert W. Mahar Language Arts Award. This award goes to the student of the middle school whose first language is neither English nor French, but who makes outstanding progress in either of Canada's official languages. This year's winner is Jack Huyan Lee. Mr. David Kyle, can you please come up for another award? Mr. David Kyle will be presenting the Brian R. Mitchell Award. This award is for proficiency in junior debating. Mr. Mitchell was the school's top debater in his graduating class of 1977. And this year the award goes to a grade 6 student, Jonathan Shen. At this time, I would like to call upon Board of Governors member, Mr. Jim McLaughlin, who will be presenting the Colonel Tilston Award. This award goes to a member in each of our grades. The Colonel Tilston Award is to honor the students who, in the opinion of the faculty, have set the best example in their class for effort, persistency, and tenacity in their studies and in all other school activities in the face of adversity. Colonel Frederick A. Tilston merited the Victoria Cross, the highest military honor of the British Commonwealth, for his courage under fire on March 1st, 1945. The recipient of the Colonel Tilston Award in Grade 5 is Nicholas Tasker. The recipient of the award in Grade 6 is Spencer Thompson. The Grade 7 recipient, Julian Brandon Child. And finally, the Grade 8 award winner of the Colonel Tilston goes to Joshua Baldassi. Congratulations and thank you, Mr. McLaughlin. I would like to ask Mr. John Dunlap, member of the Board of Governors, to please come and present the Roy H. M. Lowndes Prize. The Roy H. M. Lowndes Prize is awarded to the student in Grade 8 who best excels in studies, games, deportment, and character. Mr. Lowndes was a student here from 1906 to 1912 and was a dedicated member of the Andrian community. This year, the Grade 8 student receiving the Roy H. M. Lowndes Prize is Bryce Neal. Okay, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to hand over the mic to this year's valedictorian, David Zandler.
Thank you, Ms. D'Angelo. I would like to welcome all parents, faculty, and fellow classmates to the St. Andrews College 117th Annual Prize Day. My name is David Zadra, and I have been at St. Andrews College for 3 years. My years at SAC have been interesting, learning that the way to get through tough times is to work hard, persevere, and occasionally game in class. It has been another fantastic year with lots of exciting events and a ton of memories. Looking forward to the upper school, we have to admit that we'll miss the middle school, well, at least a bit. But with all our preparation from the middle school, I believe that we are all more than ready. The year starts off, as always, with the opening day assembly. I would give you some quote or message that they told us, but my advisor missed this number. On the first day of school, Mr. Kyle told us everything is for marks. Well, that's why, when I was getting my agenda signed, I asked him, is this for marks? After we all got settled into our classrooms, we knew it was time for our annual camping trip, Beyond the Gates. This year, Beyond the Gates was filled with competition, competition, and competition. It seemed like everything we did was a competition between classes. We spent most of our time outdoors, which was especially difficult for the Mexican boys, as the only clothing that they brought was Gucci and Prada. I still recall the morning after sleeping in a tent with 8 other boys. John Mark woke up and stated that was the worst sleep he has ever had in his life. Our backs were sore from the ground, except for Henry Lee, who actually brought a mattress. Overall, though, it was a very good trip that showed boys what camping was like for the first time. I think we can all refer to some life lessons learned from that trip. Although the grade 8 sports teams didn't win any championship titles, we all were very competitive teams. We all won and competed each and every game, even if the boys from St. Mike's were twice the size. Hopefully, we have a summer full of growing as the football season starts in September. As the winter term came along, dances started to begin. This year, SAC dances were surprisingly quiet because of hockey, car shows, and just not wanting to go. Well, luckily for the boys who did go, they had a 3-to-1 girl-to-boy ratio. You would think that from being from an all-boys school, that would make boys want to go, but instead, they'd rather be looking at a Lamborghini. I guess the Mexican style of the deep smell of cologne and collars pop will have to wait till next year. As 2015 started closing up, we had our annual carol service. But this year was different from all the other years at SAC. It was held at Roy Thompson Hall. The night was filled with musical performances and singing from all the boys. It truly reflected on the strong brotherhood bond that we have. I was about 7 when I was at my brother's first carol service. I then realized that SAC was not like any other place. It was different. At St. Andrews College, you have 600 brothers that are there with you in the tough times and in the fun ones. Along with your 600 brothers, you have an amazing faculty that spend every minute of your time trying to improve your experience. Whether it's on the sports field or in the classroom, the faculty is trying to improve your experience. A round of applause for the faculty. Something that was a grade 8 class this year was the pressure of exams. I remember back when I was in grade 7, I had 1 exam. Hold on, let me repeat myself for a second. 1 exam. I was so nervous. Now that I look back at it, I realize how lucky I was. In grade 8, you have to face 6 long exams. Through persevering and studying, we were all able to complete all our exams. It's too bad we never had a PE exam. I guess Mr. Mack wasn't just up for the challenge. All joking aside, our teachers did a fantastic job of preparing us for all our exams. Last Thursday was our final exam, and we were kind of getting fed up with these exams. So after the teachers had announced that we were able to leave, everyone but 15 kids left the room. There were only 5 kids in the end with their exam. Why? It was because in about half hour, we would be on our way to Grego Flage. Grego Flage was filled with water park, action, mini putt, go-karting, and of course, the jet boat tour. And remember, boys, what happens in Grego Flage stays in Grego Flage. Now, from being at St. Andrews College for 3 years, I have a few thank you notes to give out. I must warn you, I have to be discreet, as I haven't received my diploma yet. Number 1, Thank you, Mr. Richardson, for getting rid of smart music midway through the year. My parents were getting tired of hearing the same song playing for 40 minutes without having the instrument out. Number 2, thank you, Ms. D'Angelo, for adding yoga to Monday mornings. Our zen is the gym, our yoga outfit is our suit, and finally, we're in a gym with 100 other boys who have the flexibility of a board. Let's just say, the best part of yoga was the 2-minute nap at the end. Number 3, thank you, Mr. Mack, for ending our final game of dodgeball early. I know you were scared that your advisor was going to lose and all, but that's no reason to end the game. Number 4, thank you to Mr. Kyle for being so hard on us at the start of the year. We totally understand it's for the better of us. I guess from being from UCC and all, you were a little unhappy for losing the SAC all the time, but that's no reason to take it up under the pressure. And finally, number 5, thank you, Mr. Biazzi, for getting distracted so easily in class. To any students that are going to be talking about this, word of advice, just talk about boats and there goes your class. Now, I would like to thank our parents. Our parents are the ones that are always there for us in the tough times. They guide us and support us through life. They yell at us and get angry with us when we do something wrong, but they are only trying to make us into better adults. I would like all students to stand up and thank our parents. Now, I would like to take a look at what SAC would look like in 20 years. Henry Lee, being the most successful real estate agent in all of Canada. Seriously, if you need any real estate advice, please refer to Henry. He will help you. Arsh Carmen, possibly the funniest man I know. He'll probably be performing stand-up somewhere in one of the world's largest theaters. Bryce Neal, possibly the most persevered man to be Prime Minister I know. He is basically a mini Justin Trudeau. And finally, Brendan Dilworth, being the politest football player of all time, saying sorry after every tackle. If there's one thing that I learned from being at St. Andrews College, is that you can't look at what you can change, you have to look at what you can change. For example, if you do poorly on a test, you can't spend your time worrying about that test, you have to spend your time studying for the next one. To all grade 5, 6, and 7 students, remember to work hard, play hard, and to excel on the sports field and in the classrooms. Before I finish, I'd like to leave you all with one quote. Nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. On behalf of St. Andrews College and the graduating graded class, I'm Dowdy Zadder. Have a great summer. I think we all have to relax and to catch up on.
Well done, David. And the nap is called Shavasana. At this time, we are going to focus our attention to our graduating class, class of 2020. I'm going to call Mr. David Kyle and Mrs. Robin O'Hare to present the graduation certificates, so the graduation speeches.
Daniel Baldessera. King of middle school, Daniel Baldessera is one special guy. He is a well-rounded student and an overall amazing person. It was his first year at SAC and he loved it. He had many amazing memories, like Beyond the Gates and meeting all the grade 8 boys. Daniel would like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to send him to SAC. also thanks to his two amazing advisors, the legend, Mr. Kyle, and the beast, Mr. McPherson, for helping him with everything through the year. Finally, he'd like to thank his friends, John Mark, David, Carter, Alejandro, and Agustin. A wise man once said, the only time you should look back is to see how far you've come. Joshua Baldassi. Joshua has enjoyed his first year at St. Andrews. U14 soccer was a great way to start the year because he has made lots of new friends and great memories. Music was never a part of his character before, but that all changed when he joined the middle school band and had some of his most memorable moments, such as the Music Nationals in Ottawa. He would like to thank his parents for allowing him to attend St. Andrews, and he is looking forward to making more memories in the upper school as a boarding student. He would also like to thank his teachers for being kind and supportive over his first year at St. Andrews. Sooner or later, those who win are those who think they can. Patricio Barron. Patricio is very thankful to his parents for the opportunity to attend SAC. U14 B soccer, MVP, U14 squash, and track and field were all amazing experiences. He is thankful for all the support of the housemasters, coaches, friends, and especially Mrs. O'Hara. Something that he will remember is when he slept in a tent at Beyond the Gates with Antonio, Dorian, Josh, and Connor, especially when they found a spider. The tent came down and they all laughed. It was the best night, and this was the best year. Carter Beswick. Carter has really enjoyed his 3 years at SAC. Beyond the Gates was a great trip where he met an awesome group of new boys, especially his Mexican friend Alejandro. He also got to experience being a clan captain for the first time. Carter loves athletics at SAC, but his overall favorite sport was the U14 hockey team, playing with a great group of friends. He would like to thank his parents for making the effort to allow him to be able to attend such a good school. Finally, he would like to thank his teachers and friends for making this year one to remember.
Connor Brocart. Connor would like to thank his parents, his sister, and his friends for making his time at SAC very memorable. We would like to especially thank his parents for risking their hard-earned cash on a kid who would probably end up dead by the first term. Connor's favorite memory was in grade 6 during Beyond the Gates when Caleb Weissman jumped from the top bunk of his room and made the whole cabin shake. Antonio Bush Contreras. St. Andrews College was an incredible experience for Antonio. He enjoyed every single moment, even when he had to sit for 5 hours in a gating doing homework because of running at 1 a.m. through the hallways of Mac House. He was a member of the U16 soccer team, U16 squash, and U16 rugby. He is thankful to everyone, but most importantly to his advisor, Madame Cameron, his coaches, residents, housemasters, and of course his parents who made this experience possible. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Frankie Carogioello. Frankie has enjoyed his first year as a student at St. Andrews. A few of his highlights this year were playing on the U14 and lacrosse teams. He also loved attending English class with Mr. Kyle and every day 1, 2, 4, and 6. There were many memorable moments in Frankie's first year, but his favorite moment would have to be watching the varsity team play in the McPherson tournament at the La Brea Arena. We would like to thank his parents for helping him with his homework and driving him to and from school. We would like to give special thanks to his teachers for taking it easy on him, and of course the chefs in the dining hall, because food is his favorite. Diego Cedillo del Rio. Diego had a great time here at St. Andrews. Every day he woke up with motivation to make it better than it was yesterday. His experiences were incredible. He can remember this particular time in which he had to build a roller coaster with his teammates, and this experience was meaningful for him because he got to participate with his team by doing something fun and working together. Everything about St. Andrews made his experience incredible every day. The support his teachers gave him and his loyal friends made are experiences that he will remember and take back to Mexico. This was a year to remember for Diego because of all his friends, teachers, and even his roommates are not to be forgotten because this is St. Andrews. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success.
Xiang Chen. This is Xiang's 3rd year at SAC. He made a lot of friends during Beyond the Gates and had a lot of fun playing on the flooded obstacle course. First term, he played soccer, then basketball, and rugby. He liked all of these sports. Sorry, Xiang is not here. Mike Chen. Mike had an unpredictable year. He should be excited for upper school because you can use your phone all the time, and the breaks are longer. He would like to thank his brothers and sisters, even though he's an only child. Once upon a time, during his grade 8 year, he laughed so hard that he snorted. He would love to thank Thomas Todd for teaching him how to break bones. His highlight of the year is probably the Ottawa trip. Mr. R will never know what he did after lights out. He would also like to thank Mr. Kyle for teaching like a university professor and treating them like college students. Thanks to his advisor, Mrs. O'Hara, and to all of his teachers and fellow brothers for making this year incredible. Alejandro Cortina Hernandez. Alejandro has been very happy in his first year at SAC. At first, he was uncomfortable with the idea of living in another country away from family and friends, but that feeling passed quickly when he met all the people he was going to spend a year with. He'd like to thank his advisor, Mrs. Ramon, and friends like Carter, Daniel B., and Dilworth for helping him through tough times. He would also like to give thanks to his parents who gave him the opportunity to come to this wonderful school, and to his teachers for making this wonderful year possible. Move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. Christian D'Alessandro. Christian is sad to say that this is his 4th and final year of middle school. He has enjoyed SAC since day 1 and looks forward to moving on to upper school. He would like to thank all of his brothers here for always being there for him when he was feeling up or down. He would also like to thank his teachers for always making the classes a fun and safe learning experience. Most importantly, he would like to thank his parents for giving him the great opportunity to go to such an amazing place.
Matthew Dale. Matthew's 3 years at St. Andrews have made him one happy guy. He's made many good friends and has been fortunate to have inspiring teachers. St. Andrews College have always been fun, but one of Matthew's highlights was to participate on the U14 swim team and to succeed with his fellow swimmers. He's always loved music since he was young and enjoys the music program. Lastly, Matthew would like to thank his parents for giving him such a great opportunity to attend such a great school. The best way out is always through. Brendan Dilworth. Brendan is very sad about leaving the middle school due to all the amazing fun memories he's made with friends, teachers, and parents. He's excited for what is to come, but has always loved all aspects of SAC, including the academics, councils, and committees. He thoroughly enjoyed the sports, including cross-country skiing, and especially lacrosse, or as Mr. Kyle apparently once said, "Oh no, you're not one of those kids, are you?" He would like to say thank you to all of his friends here and to his parents and family members for helping him get through. He just wants to let you guys know that he loves you and thanks you so much for this amazing time at St. Andrews. Oliver Dunlap. Oliver has thoroughly enjoyed his first year at SAC. Beyond the Grades was a great way to start, where he made many new friends and memories. Athletics have always been fun. Participated in U14 soccer, basketball, and lacrosse teams. Oliver would like to thank his parents for allowing him the opportunity to attend SAC, and he's looking forward to making more great memories in upper school. Best preparation is, for tomorrow is doing your best today. Santiago Elizondo Ordonez. Santiago enjoyed a lot being away from home this year. He had a great time at Beyond the Gates, like when he and Diego made the counselor in the middle of the night tell them to be quiet when they were doing funny noises. He learned to play squash at SAC, and he was the most valuable player for the U14 team. He will remember Pablo breaking his squash rackets, and when he threw one out of the court, it almost killed his coach. Santiago would like to thank his parents for sending him to this amazing school, and he would like to say goodbye and a big thank you to all of his teachers and to his new friends. That's the real problem with the world. Too many people grow up.
John Mark Fenton. John Mark, JM or Jay, would like to talk about his wild first year, like how many beatings he got. His favorite memory was Spring Smash, except for when he failed to eliminate Daniel B. in the joust. He has an endless list of people to thank, but a few have really had a positive impact on his year. First, he really appreciates all the time and effort Mrs. D'Angelo has put into dealing with him. Secondly, he would like to thank his advisor, Mr. Kyle, for always backing him up through troubled times. Most importantly, he would like to thank his parents for giving him a hard time whenever he got in trouble, or when his test marks were not up to par. If it weren't for them, he would not be here now. You guys are the real MVPs. Diego Gonzalez de Aragon. This was an unforgettable year for Diego. He'll bring home so many good memories. Beyond the Gates, border weekend programs, sports, all of his classes, and even when he turned on the fire alarm on his first weekend. Diego is very happy for being a part of this U14B soccer team, U14 squash white team, almost MVP if it weren't for Santiago, and U14 tennis team. He'd like to thank all of his friends, teachers, housemasters, and res dogs for giving him an amazing year, and especially his parents for granting him one of the best experiences of his life. Oh yes, the past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it. Pablo Hossein Karam. Pablo enjoyed everything at SAC, especially Beyond the Gates when he slept in a tent. When he woke up, there was a spider beside him because he left the door of the tent open all night. His favorite memories are when all the Mexicans played soccer every night after study, but once the ball got stuck on the basket and they weren't able to play, they started playing with lacrosse ball. In the first term, the U16B soccer team was about to win their first and only game of the season until Antonio missed the winning penalty. And the team was about to lose another game against UCC, but Nico, the goalkeeper, took the ball out of the net and they didn't count the goals, so they tied.
William Haddad Miguel. In his only Andrean year, William enjoyed being part of the U14A soccer team, or Mr. Kyle called him the Iceberg or Hammer Haddad. He also enjoyed playing U14 basketball and U16 rugby, which was funny for him because it was his first time doing it. He liked Beyond the Gates because he made a lot of new friends, and a lot of funny things happened there. He wants to thank his parents for giving him this great opportunity to attend SAC, and his advisor, Mr. McPherson, for helping him with all the things he needed. He also wants to thank all of his teachers, housemasters, and residents. He spent his best moments in Mac House. Today's special moments are tomorrow's memories. Jake E.Y. Jake E.Y. had an amazing 4 years in the middle school at St. Andrews College. His favorite part of middle school was Beyond the Gates, where he made a lot of friends. During his 4 years in the middle school, he learned a lot of new sports. Jake would like to thank his mom and dad for giving him the chance to come here. Colby Jackson. The last 2 years of Colby's life have been really great. He's done some stuff that he's never done before. He's tried new things. The greatest part of this year so far has been him at Beyond the Gates when he broke his glasses. It showed him that there is always a way to get through something, so if you were stuck, keep trying and you will succeed one way or another. He really needed this advice in Mr. Kyle's class. Again, allegedly too much homework. Wait, he is strong. He would like to thank his parents, teachers, and everybody else. Diego Jimenez Nasty. Diego had some awesome experiences as a boarder in Mac House, scoring an unexpected goal with U14A soccer against UCC when he was just trying to pass forward, and apparently watching me jump around the field like a little kid. Also, at a swim meet, when his relay team was behind half a pool length and he passed the opponent to win by over a second. Also, going to ski on Mount Tremblant with his friends was an awesome experience. I'd like to thank Mr. Holmes for helping him during this great experience. He only had a bit of time here, and he'd like to say thank you to all the people at this amazing place, and to his parents for giving him this unbelievable opportunity. Alexander Jones. For many reasons, Alex has thoroughly enjoyed his time in the middle school. He's extremely proud of his progress and achievements on the U14 swimming team. He hopes to continue that in upper school. He is honored to have been given the very prestigious Best Middle School Cadet Award. He's made many long-lasting friends that he hopes to stay close with as they grow older. He'd also like to thank all of his teachers for making these 3 years ones he won't forget, to his parents for all the sacrifices they've made for him. In the end, it's not the years in your life, it's the life in your years.
Dorian Jones. Dorian was unsure of how his grading year was going to turn out. Every other year went smooth, whether he was messing around with friends or studying hard. But this year, he met face-to-face with his arch nemesis, the exams. It was a tough battle, but in the end, he won. Dorian would like to thank his parents for all they have done for him, even for the punishments, not really. A wise man once said, without a struggle, there can be no struggle. Arsh Kamran. Arsh had amazing friends in Dubai. He was really confident about making new friends again at his 4th school, but it took much longer at St. Andrews College. He started to hate school, was forced to do co-curricular activities and sports. He was lazy and not organized. Then after winter break, Arsh started to put more effort, and winter and March break passed quickly. The more work he put into school, the better he liked it at St. Andrews College, and it changed his life. Arsh not only made friends, he made brothers. His only regret was that he did not get involved sooner. Jack Kempczynski. Jack has greatly enjoyed his 4 years at SAC. His favorite memory is tying Mr. Kyle in a game of squash. He would like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to attend SAC, and his teachers for giving him many great opportunities. Jack has heard many great quotes from teachers, his favorite being, "Jack, having a t-shirt cannon in a celebration assembly is the worst idea that I have ever heard, Mr. Biazzi." He would also like to thank his housemasters who have made his boarding experience very enjoyable. He would like to say that having a t-shirt cannon, Mr. Biazzi, would be a great idea. Brandon Kim. Brandon had many great moments, such as being MVP and always coming in top 4 for all CISAA cross-country meets, playing on the U14 hockey and U16 rugby teams. There were times where wrong decisions were made. However, he has bounced back and recovered well. He would like to thank his advisor, Mr. McPherson, for telling jokes and always teasing him about his age. Also, to his co-advisor, Mr. Kyle, for making him laugh, and all of his teachers who helped him develop academically and physically into the well-rounded student. Finally, he would like to thank the housemasters, residents, and his parents for taking care of him. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default.
Thomas Wilford. Tommy's had an amazing time in grade 8. Since Beyond the Gates, school has been jam-packed with fun activities, interesting schoolwork, and memories to last a lifetime. He fondly remembers playing on the U14 hockey team and the amazing coaching skills of Mr. Glida. Oh, and Mr. Stewart was there too. Overall, his first year has been the greatest he's had, and he greatly looks forward to moving on to upper school. We would like to thank all of his teachers and his advisor, Mr. Holmes, for dealing with all the times he was late for school because of hockey. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Zachary Cohn. Zach has enjoyed his 3 years in the middle school. He's made lots of close friends and learned from many great teachers. He's especially enjoyed the Mexican boys, teaching him a few phrases that he will never forget. Beyond the Gates was one of his favorite memories from his grade 8 year. He'd like to thank his parents for providing him with the opportunity to attend such an amazing school. He would also like to thank his friends for a great few years. Zach is looking forward to going into the upper school where he hopes to make some more amazing memories. Henry Lee. Henry enjoyed his second year at SAC, and he was very lucky to be a boarder last year, and this year a day boy. He liked the trip to Beyond the Gates, where he got to know more about his classmates and made some very good friends. He thinks that going to Beyond the Gates is an excellent way to start the school year, and SAC should continue this awesome event. Lastly, he would like to thank his parents, teachers, and friends who have always supported him. Jack Huyon Lee. Jack had a delightful year in SAC. Beyond the Gates was the best way to start the year. He enjoyed the journey and made a lot of friends. He's also interested in athletics, and he found that his best memory was a U14 soccer team, especially when they beat UCC by 4 goals. Jack would like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to be a part of SAC, and he'd also like to give thanks to all of the teachers and coaches who helped him through the good and bad times. Opportunities don't happen, you create them.
Alexi Lizin. Alexi enjoyed his time in middle school, especially Beyond the Gates and Music Fest Nationals in Ottawa. His most memorable part of Music Fest Nationals is when he had to sleep on the floor of the Delta Hotel while everybody was sleeping on the beds. He enjoyed playing on the U14B soccer, doing swimming, and playing U14 rugby. He will miss middle school, but is looking forward to going to upper school and making new memories. He would like to thank his parents for sending him to this tremendous school. He would also like to thank friends and his advisor, Mr. Holmes, for being fun and exciting. A fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. Justin Liu. This is Justin Liu's first year at SAC. English is his second language, and it's very hard for him. Although he can't understand a lot, he tried to learn that, and he is better than before now. Sometimes he thinks studying in SAC is very difficult, but he always asks his friends for help. And he has a memorable moment is when he got a problem from homework, and teachers always help him to finish it. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. Christopher Martin. Christopher has thoroughly enjoyed middle school, specifically his time on the soccer pitch, led by one of the greats, Mr. Kyle. The team did very well, and he hopes to continue to play without getting another concussion and broken nose. He will miss the Mexicans. Christopher's address is 11 Long Valley Road, postal code L4G 6K8. This can be the shipping address for any beer pops they wish to send. He'd like to thank his classmates, teachers, and advisors, Mr. Lewis and Mrs. Ramon, for always being there for him and for their support. He would also like to thank his parents for supporting him through the tough times and the long nights of studying and homework. I like a lot of bass players. I also like a lot of tuba players. Pablo, he had it coming, Mateos to Pedro. Pablo is really sad about leaving SAC and going back to Mexico to his bad school. Beyond the Gates was a good experience for him. He got to know all his new Mexican, Chinese, and Canadian friends. He enjoyed all the teams and moments he experienced by playing sports, like in U14A soccer when his team lost in playoffs to Crescent by 1 goal in the worst climate possible, or when he bounced his squash racket off the wall and it landed in Mr. Numa's face. Pablo is really thankful with his parents for allowing him to come to this school, with his coaches and teachers, and with his advisor, Mr. Richardson, for helping him with all of his problems. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it.
Jacob Melmadov. Jacob has enjoyed his 3 years at St. Andrews College very much. He would like to thank his parents for their financial support in giving him this amazing opportunity. We'd also like to thank the faculty and staff for their time, hard work, and all the great things they've taught. Jacob has had many fond memories. His favorite was grade 6 Beyond the Gates camping, because it was a great week for him to start the year as a new boy and making new friends. Even though there were lots of ups and downs for Jacob, his journey through the middle school will be one to remember for the rest of his life. His brother, Joshua Melmadov. Josh would like to thank his parents, his advisor, Mrs. O'Hare, all of his teachers, and many of his friends for helping him make it through grade 8. Funny memory he will never forget is when his grade 6 Beyond the Gates cabin stayed up all night because they thought there were a group of murderers outside. There were many more memories and friendships he made that he will never lose. He hopes that he has just as much fun in the upper school as he did in the middle school. Nolan Mitchell-Bergman. Nolan has enjoyed his 4 years at SEC. Beyond the Gates has always been one of his favorite memories. He was thankful for having the opportunity to be on the middle school council, and he enjoyed being on the cross-country, hockey, and lacrosse teams throughout his middle school career. Nolan would like to thank his teachers and his classmates for making his SAC experience so enjoyable. He'd also like to thank his parents for giving him this opportunity. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. James Morrison, I hope he's with us today.
Bryce Neal. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Bryce has enjoyed his 4 years in middle school. He has made many great memories and friends. He is extremely thankful for all of the opportunities that middle school has provided him and hopes to carry the same values he learned to the upper school. Bryce would like to thank his peers and his family for making his time in the middle school unforgettable, and thank all of his teachers for the fun and entertaining lessons that made him never want to leave school, except when he was utterly tired from all the homework. Cole Nip. The man, the myth, the legend, Cole Nip is talked about all over campus and is always ready for anything that comes his way. Some of his favorite moments of grade 8 were Beyond the Gates and piping at the cadet inspection. Thanks to all of his teachers and classmates for making class more interesting, and thank you to his parents who decided to send him here. Cole feels very privileged to be going to such an amazing school. Finally, he'd like to thank the sidewalk for keeping him off the street. Wherever you are, be a good one. Brendan O'Brien. Brendan has enjoyed his 3 years at SAC. He liked Beyond the Gates and hanging out with his friends. He really enjoys SAC athletics. He enjoyed U12 hockey with Mr. Biazzi and U14 squash. Brendan thanks his teachers, friends, and parents. He looks forward to trying out for U16 football and hockey next year. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Andrew O'Hare. Andrew has enjoyed his 2 years at SAC and is so excited to go into the upper school and to not have his mother as a teacher. The highlight of his year was definitely Beyond the Gates because he made so many funny memories and met so many new people. Andrew would like to thank his parents and grandparents for the opportunity for him to come to St. Andrews. He would also like to thank his coaches for making his sports team so much fun. He is very sad to leave the middle school but can't wait for upper school. Tunde Ogunremi. Tunde moved here from England, and as soon as he drove through the gates, he found himself in a new and exciting environment. As he met people and made new friends, he started to open up. After a month of being at St. Andrews, he had been asked to be a member of the anti-bullying committee. He was part of the U14B soccer, squash, and track and field teams, and has enjoyed playing sports and competing with his friends. His favorite moment was going to Ottawa, and everyone started singing Happy Birthday, even though it wasn't his birthday. The future depends on what we do in the present.
Joshua Olojede. Before Josh came to SAC, he was the Nigerian prince who kept emailing you. Hands up if you responded. Josh enjoyed his 2 years in the middle school. He enjoyed Beyond the Gates the most and the fun activities he did there. He enjoyed his comedy unit he did for language. He looks forward to many more great years ahead in the upper school. Guan Chen Tan. This year has been a great year for Guan Chen. He's excited to graduate from middle school and hopes to have another great year at upper school, grade 9. He has really enjoyed activities, sports, trips, and boarding. Beyond the Gates, U14 squash, and Mac House. Also, he's very happy to get huge improvements in academics and get his learning skills tie and scholars pin for the first time. I'd like to thank his teachers, parents, and friends for helping him have a great school year. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Thomas Rayburn. Thomas had a great time in his second year of middle school. He participated in lots of school events, such as the French Exchange, Oliver, and Focus Plays. His favorite things that he's done is a tie between the French Exchange and Oliver. He enjoyed the Exchange because of all the people, and enjoyed Oliver because of all the manhunt games they played before rehearsals and bonding with other actors. I'd like to thank his advisor, Mr. Kyle, for helping him get through good and bad times. He'd also like to thank his parents for letting him attend SAC. Minds are like parachutes, they only function when open. Agustin Ramirez Cacorta. Agustin has thoroughly enjoyed his year at SAC. Being a boarder has made it even better. Beyond the Gates was a great way to make new friends and memories. As part of the U14B soccer, U14 skiing, and U16 tennis teams. He was pleased to be the Macos Saint of the Week by being there for others when they needed him. We'd like to thank Messrs. Galida, Totera, and LaForge, along with the residents, for helping and supporting him. He'd also like to thank his advisor, himself, and all of his teachers who were there for him and showed him new things to learn. And a special thank you to his parents for giving him the opportunity to come to SAC and allowing him to live one of the best years of his life. He's had great memories and learned one thing that would be with him for the rest of his life: brotherhood. Don't count the days, make days count.
Ethan Ritchie. Ethan Ritchie has made SAC a better place by his presence. His best memories were beyond the gates, especially when Santiago and Diego G made the counselor uncomfortable. He also enjoyed playing on the U14 hockey team with Stu Dog and Mr. G. He would like to thank all of his teachers for being the best. He's happy that he will not have to do any more smart music. He's really looking forward to continuing to make SAC a better place. Richard Rome. Richard is really fond of all the activities he participates in, not just sports. He has made a lot of great memories while working for the play Oliver and for Focus Plays. Highlights include U14B soccer team as a defenseman and stopping a lot of the balls from reaching the net, and the U14 swimming team. His favorite sport was U14 rugby, where he had a lot of chances to take kids down into the sand, dirt, and mud. He would like to thank his parents for sending him to this great school. He looks forward to a great grade 9 year. The truth is, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Life is a crazy ride and nothing is guaranteed. Christopher Sagan Bianchi. You might wonder how Christopher managed to reach a 9,000 plus level of awesomeness. What's his secret? Could he have done it all by himself? The answer is no. He had a lot of help. From awesome parents whose generosity and support allowed him to attend SAC, help from superhuman teachers like Mr. Hans Kowalchuk, Mr. Know 100% Richardson, Mrs. Frogs Likes O'Hare, Mrs. Bonjour Cameron, Mr. Write an Essay in 4 Days Kyle, and others. In his first year at St. Andrews College, Christopher survived the near-death by lightning at Beyond the Gates. Watch the first 2 seasons on Netflix. He was also helped from staff who fed him and correctly pronounced his last name. If you want to be awesome as Christopher, quit ye like men, be strong. Owen Shuttleworth is not here today.
Dutch Smith. Dutch has many fond memories of middle school, in particular kicking off each school year with Beyond the Gates, which was the last, meeting new and returning boys after a long summer break. Academically, Dutch enjoyed investigating the history of SAC's fallen Andrians and exploring many types of art, such as pottery on the wheel. Dutch was Wallace Clan captain, a member of the cadet drill team, on the student ITI committee, a member of Macos Council, and first receiver on the U14 rugby team. Dutch would like to thank his teachers, coaches, housemasters, and advisors for making his years in middle school so great. He'd also like to thank his parents for their ongoing support. Daniel Svirsky. Daniel considers these 2 years in middle school as just the beginning. Even though Beyond the Gates was an artistic experience, it was a great start to both years, during which he made lots of friends. He's quite excited to go through the transition of getting lightly beat in sports to getting destroyed. Daniel would be pleased to give thanks to his parents, his amazing teachers, and all of his friends with whom he has shared this experience. When life gives you lemons, ask for more. Become a lemon trader. Build an international lemon brand. Become rich and keep asking for more lemons. Tyson Dowell. Tyson thinks SAC is the best school he's ever studied at. He enjoyed Beyond the Gates and Great Wolf Lodge trips. He also enjoyed U14 badminton and all the dances, eating lots of pizzas with Henry. Tyson would like to thank his parents for sending him to such a great school. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Thomas Todd. Thomas had an unpredictable year. He's really excited for new opportunities in the upper school, such as being able to use your phone without it being taken away for a week, and longer break times between classes. His favorite times was right after exams finished when they went to Great Wolf Lodge. He'd like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity of going to this amazing school. His advisors for helping him to stay on track, and his teachers for actually teaching him, and his friends for helping him with everything else. He'd also like to wish Jack a special farewell. Good luck building the wall with Trump. He'd also like to thank Colby Jackson for teaching him many new and exciting ways to get a percussion.
Caleb Weissman. Caleb has loved every minute of his third year, except when he was in the hospital. He's extremely appreciative that he survived. He's enjoyed Beyond the Gates, McDonald House, debating, music, athletics, classes like Mrs. O'Hare's science, Mr. Kyle's English, and Mr. Holmes's math. He also enjoyed hanging out with friends and recently started playing electric guitar. His roommate and neighbors were not as happy though. Caleb is excited to be co-Mac House Council President next year, and that his brother Cameron will be joining our community. He wants to give a huge thanks to his mom, dad, teachers, housemasters, friends, doctors, and nurses for all making his experience in middle school amazing. Aidan Walters. Aidan has, without a doubt, enjoyed his 4 years at SAC, starting with his time as a part of the first ever grade 5 class. He remembers when Connor bit him on the forehead and blamed it on Cole. Another of his many memories was finishing first overall in the CIS AA Alpine skiing. Aidan would like to thank his advisor, Mr. Holmes, for helping him throughout the winter, and his teachers for being so supportive when he was only at school for 2 to 3 days a week. He'd also like to thank his parents for giving him the amazing opportunity to come to this school. Don't look back, you're not going that way. Sonny Wang. Sonny Wang had a great second year at SAC. His fun moments, which never end, made this school year a quick one. His list of fond memories is huge, from the first day of school to the French exchange to the oh-so-wonderful memories of English class. He wants to thank all of his teachers, coaches, and his advisors that have made this year more enjoyable than it already was. He has had his best year at SAC and hopes that grade 9 will be even better. It ain't over till it's over. Santiago Weinberg Garcia. Santiago said this was an awesome and fast middle school year. Everyone learned something new, but especially all of us have made friends for life. Everyone should be happy and proud of what we have accomplished, especially in Mr. Kyle's class, because without that class, everyone learned how to joke with good sense and how to work on weekends. So thank you, sir, for ruining my Netflix plans every weekend. He also wants to thank every teacher for making middle school a better place, and for encouraging every one of us to be the complete man and a well-rounded citizen. Thank you.
Andy Yang. This is Andy's third and busiest year at St. Andrews College. He's quite unique as he has been the first student in years to play the oboe. He's also been on the Montrose Clan Captain Committee for 2 years and a member of the Green Team for 1. Even with all his involvement, he's doing quite well academically. And he would like to thank his parents for sending him to this school and to his teachers for giving him loads of work. He's looking forward to upper school. Playing more piano. Tony Yang. Did anyone ever notice that studying is a mixture of study and dying? But at SAC things are different. SAC taught Tony so much. When he first arrived, he could barely speak English. Now, thanks to Miss Cameron, he can barely speak French. SAC and Mr. Richardson made it possible for Tony and his bandmates to perform in the nation's capital and didn't leave him there, as his mom had hoped. He has to thank Mr. Holmes for keeping track of his homework and keeping him out of trouble. And most of all, SEC has helped him make great friends, whose names, thanks to Mr. Kyle, you'll never forget how to spell. Finally, Tony would like to leave you with a question. What's the difference between a teacher and a train? The teacher says, spit out that gum. And the train says, chew, chew. Chris Yee had an incredible 4 years attending middle school. He's extremely enjoyed playing soccer, swimming, and golfing. Chris would like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to attend, and to all his advisors and teachers for helping him along his journey. He would also like to thank his friends for making him feel welcome and all the amazing memories he's made with them. Will Rogers once said, "The road to success is dotted with many tempting parking spaces." He would like to encourage everyone to not give in. Chris wishes everyone the best of luck wherever they may go. David Zadra. David Zadra had a fantastic time in his 3 years in middle school. He was a three-term athlete playing volleyball, hockey, and lacrosse. He had an incredible time learning drumming and presenting on middle school music nights. David would like to thank his parents, his brother, along with all his teachers and students for supporting him throughout the school year. One of David's favorite memories was in Beyond the Gates in grade 6, being scared to death in the cabin. David is very excited to go on to the big, hard world of upper school. David would like to leave you with all one quote: hard work beats talent, because when talent fails, hard work kicks in.
Kevin Zhang. This is Kevin's first year at St. Andrews College. His most memorable time at St. Andrews was at homecoming. At homecoming, Kevin met one of his friends at that, and he had it at his other school before coming to St. Andrews. At that day, Kevin had a lot of fun. He got to ask his friend about what was happening at this school, and also told his friend what was happening here. If it works hard like at St. Andrews, like a St. Andrews student, and plays hard like a St. Andrews student, it's a St. Andrews student.
Got to know our grade 8 class very well. Well done, boys. Two final notes of thanks. Actually, one thing before I even do that, I want to apologize for not specifically introducing Mr. Courtney Shrimpton as he welcomed the grade 8 boys into the upper school. I just, assumed everyone knew who he was. So, Mr. Courtney Shrimpton, thank you for helping me. Two final notes of thanks. One to Jackie Lazar, who you can't see. Theater coordinator and technical director, best hire we've ever made at St. Andrews College. Thanks, Jackie. And Wendy Marshall, who you also can't see. Come on, Wendy. She is simply bomb-proof. We love her. So thank you. As we close the 117th Prize Day ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to invite all of you for refreshments on the quad and to extend a final wish for a most enjoyable and restful summer. Thank you. You've been a great audience.